Not so sure about that, but I'll do my best. There was an incident involving an explosion in the previous village. There were pretty heavy casualties, and the village itself was reduced to rubble. So we had to rebuild and move the villagers here. And the whole incident was caused by Donat, the previous chief. We also have an officer that just arrived from Heidel. Can you check with where he is at as well?
This is nothing to laugh at. We're both strangers to this place, yet you get to play hero while I'm just cast aside. Oh, what? The chief asked you to help with my investigation? So you think you can come and just take the credit since Sir Jordine is coming to visit? Whatever. Did you see Jordine on your way in? He mentioned he'd be visiting the extraction mill before coming, but he's late. No matter what, progress in my investigation for the Lord takes utmost priority. You're aware of the conditions of the village moving, aren't you? Though certain important details are almost entirely glossed over, not least of which is losing the entire village to a single explosion. And as much as I wish to investigate, the original site is full of those hideous, unnatural mudsters. I saw Freherau sort out Donat's belongings behind the building, but I have this fool, Caesar, getting in the way of my investigation at every turn. Could you try and take a look and see what clues you can find? You found a book? Let me see. Except for the few pages torn out, it's just a common, ordinary text. This is most peculiar. Donat was no accomplished alchemist. I wonder what sparked his interest in alchemy all of a sudden. This requires further investigation. Something about this whole village bothers you too, right? We just need someone who was there to tell us what happened that day. I heard Freherau wasn't present at that time either. I wonder if there's anyone who knows.
Oh look! That person is wearing Naga clothes!
Yes? You're curious about things going on in our village? Ah, are you perhaps the adventurer who visited the Naga territories? I have a favor. As you can see, I sell Naga sculptures, and I heard you've been to the Naga swamps. Could you make me one of the Naga guard towers that you saw there? Wow, this is awesome! I always wanted to see it up close. Oh yeah, you said you were curious about our village. Before the village moved, when the village was under Chief Donat, the Fogans invaded non-stop. Donat and Freherau were arguing so much at the end, despite how close they were. I overheard one of their conversations, and they were saying something about black stones and alchemy. Donat was screaming at Freherau, saying that that's where the Fogans got their powers from, and that this is the kind of power that Glish needs too. I had never even seen those two so much as disagree on anything before, so I remember it really clearly.
Donat must have found something while investigating the Fogans. And perhaps the explosion at the village was some sort of experiment with the black stone. Huh. But we must find evidence to support what we think. It's just an idea otherwise. You're the only one who can investigate this. Are you willing to help?
Huh? You came to see the Fogans? People usually avoid this place. You're an interesting one. I'm still able to communicate. The Fogans aren't normally hostile. I sent Nelson Wise to attempt negotiations. See if he's managed to accomplish anything for me?
Is that a human? Yay! It's nice to see someone other than a Fogan. Mole and I are one of the few Fogan language experts. We believe we can solve this situation through negotiation. Did you see that? The Fogans are afraid of their own prince. He suddenly obtained some mysterious power. I appreciate you wanting to help. What exactly are you capable of? So I've misjudged you. I apologize. Do you feel it as well? Right now there's something off with the Fogans. They were originally very pleasant to be with.
They maintain their own food depot.
It's where they store what they catch for food, but this seems like rations for war. Let's destroy their depots. Even though I'm putting my life on the line every day, I'm trying to communicate with the Fogans under the influence of the Dark Power. But all they do is repeat the same thing. They hate the Nagas, and that they need to expand. I do not know why they're so obsessed with expanding their territory. Great. Take their weapons while they're distracted.
Look, it's a bit rusty, but still sharp.
Did you see the Fogan's eggs? They multiply at an astounding rate, so if left unchecked, Serendia would be swimming in Fogans in no time. But there's something I wanted to look into. So could you pick up any eggshells you find left behind from a recent birth?
Looks like there's a stain on the surface. Yaz, do you know what it is?
It's what I felt with the Dark Naga.
Even the hatchlings are hostile. We have to destroy the eggs, so we won't have another army on our hands.
Something strange is going on. Can you destroy the hatchery?
It would have been better if Orwen came along. She would have been more helpful than I'm being right now.
Listen! That's a Fogan's cry! Ouch! What's this? Someone is shooting arrows!
That Fogans had the technology to make these trenches. It seems that the Fogans have changed both how they live and how they fight since coming out here. Fascinating. How were they able to adapt to a swamp environment? Are you not curious? How are you holding up? I see you've improved quite a bit since we met. I didn't even see you have an opening. Chief Donut began studying alchemy, and probably happened upon a black stone. Let's take a look at the black orbs on the amulet. Seems that we haven't properly introduced ourselves. We are tracking the power of the ancients. Terrible. If only I could speak the Fogan language. I'd much prefer a conversation than a fight to the death.
Speaking the ancient language wasn't very helpful for me either on that front. Fogan language? I saw that kid in town speak it, and it didn't seem hard at all. See?
Yaz. Any chance you just told them to fight us?
must defeat the Fogans. Can you help us?
Fogans understand what I just said? Am I a language genius?
Or you could just apologize for causing things like this to happen. Chief Donut changed after he started. There's a Fogan lab in the basement. Let's get as many samples as we can. To blow up an entire village? The power of the Black Stone is much more than that. Either Chief Donut's alchemy was lacking, or it was just one of the scattered Black Stone fragments. You can't just overlook things like this.
Eden, who are those guys?
Those are Fogan sages. Be careful.
It's a bit different from the orbs attached to the amulets. Oh, I thought I heard something.
It seemed rather quiet until now. Has the Black Spirit started acting up? But don't worry, Yaz. My keystone necklace will let me know if anything is amiss. Speaking of, I should spend some more time in this swamp. Something is definitely setting it off.
Look for anything suspicious. The Fogans will put up a fight.
Was it the energy of the Black Spirit? I enjoy your company, but not at times like this.
I'm just worried you'll think that us secret guards have no sense of humor.
Frateroscopia.
Did I just say secret guards?
It sounds grandiose, but it's nothing really. They're hiding something.
Captain?
I heard that the head of the Fogans is Prince Titium. If that's Titium, guess he won't let us leave in peace, will he? No getting out of this one.